My time again?
It's just your time to shine,
Man, I
PK.
get so much airtime. Why don't you say the first two sentences?
Nominate the youth sports volunteer that you know for the Hercules Hero of the Week.
Okay, I got it. Submit your nomination at kslsports.com/contest and listen every Thursday afternoon to JJ and Alex for the winner. Help us celebrate the efforts of those volunteers making an impact with the Hercules Hero of the Week, and it's sponsored by Hercules First Federal Credit Union and Beehive Meals.
We're looking for predictions. We're looking for locks.
I'm looking for love in all the wrong places.
That's not surprising. What do you think is going to happen this weekend? What, if anything, can you guarantee? Bold predictions. I got to say, when we were talking NFL locks, I was sweating a little last night with Philly and Dallas going back and forth in the first half. Philly, get a stop already. But they end up winning the game. So.
Okay, we'll do locks of the week, but there's two ways we can do this. And I meant to tell you this. I think we should do it both ways.
Okay.
So we pick a lock, and then you can't repeat the pick the rest of the season, right? So among the three of us, we'll see who is the last man standing, right?
Okay.
I picked Cincinnati over Cleveland. Who'd you pick, Yak?
I've got Arizona.
I thought about that
Arizona beating New Orleans on the road.
Yeah, I thought about that one.
So when you can you only pick a team to win, or can you only pick a team to lose? Because I could just go through the year picking the Saints because they're going to lose.
You got lock as a winner.
You're the winner.
Okay, so then I can just stick with whoever the Saints play week after week.
Sure, you could do that, yes.
Until they double through their division, right? Or play another really bad team.
But you can only pick the one team the one time.
One team. But if you get eliminated, which we probably will,
right?
To make it last the whole season, we continue to do a lock of the week, and then at the end of the season, we add up who had the most locks.
Got it.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're not eliminated.
So you want to say who can
if the Cowboys had come back, if CeeDee Lamb makes the catch, and then they go in and score.
I'm out on the week-to-week thing, but I might go 17-1 and still win the season.
There's two different ways to win.
Yeah, okay. Right.
And we got fabulous bonuses at the end.
Two different ways to win.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're a carnival
that
barker
keeps
at the
you
state
engaged.
Fair. Or you're working for a casino, bringing people in off the strip in Vegas.
It's called...
Hey, you got two ways to win. Come on in. Here we
hopefully
go.
compelling and interesting programming.
It's that too.
Yeah. And we incorporate the NFL, so we've got two ways to win.
The game I have most confidence in on Sunday is I feel like the Broncos ought to hammer the Titans.
Right, but if you're trying to...
I don't know from a strategic point. I should have gone through the Eagles and Broncos schedule to see who I should have picked this week.
Yeah, you don't want to pick the best team right off the bat, and then you're eliminated from using them.
The Super Bowl champs.
Yeah. Now you can't pick Philly.
Okay, I won't pick Philly again.
But if you should lose next week on
But just
your
from
lock,
a radio thing, I have a lot of confidence in the Broncos.
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean.
But you don't want to pick the obvious ones right off the bat.
There were 14 playoff teams last year, and I would have used two of them right away. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
And this is why I picked Arizona.
And that's why I went with Cincinnati.
This is a safe time to use Arizona logically, strategically to last the season, yes.
I thought about Arizona, but surprisingly to me, and I don't follow it as close as you might think, that a lot of forecasters and NFL people are way higher on the Cardinals than I am.
Oh, yeah.
They think they got a shot.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly see it.
Well, there's a couple things. One, they've been defaulting to – it's only a 4-team division, and people for years have been defaulting to L.A. and San Francisco. But it just feels like with the guys San Francisco's lost, the repeated injuries they're having, the window's closed.
Right, but that's only 6 of the 72 or 17 games.
And they don't want to pick L.A. because they don't think the quarterback's going to stay healthy. So now it's just like we got to if you believe that, now you got to pick Seattle or Arizona. I think people are defaulting to Arizona. I don't know that they think Arizona's
I think
awesome,
I would go to Seattle ahead of Arizona.
And I totally agree because I already did. I mean, Seattle's coming off a 10-win team.
Yeah.
And I know they're changing quarterbacks, so that's a little – but
I think Darnold is at least as good as Geno Smith, if not better.
And I think Darnold, but people are prisoners of the last thing they saw in his last two games weren't good. Now, Donald against top shelf competition.
So if he was great in that game, he would be a Hall of Famer. Move over Kurt Warner.
No, but somebody would be overhyping him. And not to the Hall of Fame level.
Well, I also think what's working against Darnold is he didn't have success at other places. He's late in the game.
He is.
To get it going.
But is
if
he
he was
good
24
enough?
years old, it would be different.
Is he good enough? And is their defense good enough to win 10 or 11 games? Because that ought to win that
Well,
division.
if that division stinks, then yes.
Right. And this is how people are defaulting to Arizona. They're going to be good enough to win 10 or 11 games. And if people who don't believe in Darnold are like, yeah, Arizona.
Yeah, but I don't know about that, man. They haven't come close. And you play way more games outside of your division than you do inside.
I agree with all of that, and I'm still not sure the Rams aren't the right pick. Just because you think the quarterback might not stay healthy, maybe he'll be healthy enough. And he'll play 12 or 13 games, and you'll go 500 in the 4 to 6 games he misses or whatever.
I thought I would wait to see, like, maybe the first month to get a better read on Arizona.
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, I can totally see that. And I also think that if it's iffy after a month, you're going to say another month because there are plenty of teams.
Well, if
in
they're
the
2-2,
yeah, if they're 2-2, we don't know yet.
Right.
Especially in a division where 10-7 or 11-6 could win it.
But if they're 3-1, 4-0,
Now
I'd
you're
be
on
far
board.
more
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah,
And
I get
maybe
it.
there is something there. And Kyler Murray, they've gotten it together. He's hit his stride, all that type of stuff. Because, they come in and Jay Daniels has success, so therefore every rookie quarterback should have success. It doesn't always work that way. And not that Murray is a rookie quarterback by any stretch. But, I keep hearing that Devin Dampier is a smaller dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I've stood next to him several times now and sat across from him at a table. He, to me, looks bigger, maybe not necessarily horizontally, but in the body size than Murray does.
Is that based on Murray on TV, or have you had?
I have not stood next to him.
Next to Murray. Okay.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd stood next to him like when you go to the golf tournament down there or something.
I have not.
Okay.
No.
Partly that may be how big NFL players are. NFL players are huge.
But I'm wondering if Kyler Murray made it and has made it. Whatever you think of him, if he doesn't play another game, he made it.
He's been an NFL starting quarterback for years.
Yeah.
Right.
And are we shortchanging Dampier? Is Dampier on the verge of doing something that I thought he was good, but is he going to just double that?
I mean, I would say no, but maybe I'm just falling to the prisoner of the moment. I just look at him and he's too small.
But Murray's small.
Murray is small, and Murray is somewhat of an outlier with NFL quarterbacks.
Murray is an unbelievable athlete. Don't forget he was a first-round draft choice of MLB.
Right. Devin Dampier looks like a pretty good athlete. And there are points in the game, and then you hear him talk after the game, and we'll get a better sense as the year goes on and we hear him talk, after games more often. It's hard to – when they just let him talk for 2 or 3 minutes up there, it's hard. But he said some stuff in the postgame that makes me think, as good an athlete as you have to be a quarterback in the NFL, all these sports with the video, it seems like you have to be smarter and process more information. It doesn't matter, football, basketball, whatever. There is a lot to process, and the way he just communicated it so easily in the post game, I'm thinking, I think he thinks the game at a pretty high level. So do you have that, and do you have accuracy? I think accuracy. You got to have that to be a quarterback in the NFL. The guys are not open by much, and they're not open long, and you got to put it right on the money so that the receiver has a chance to get the yards after the catch. He can't be going to the ground to make the catch. He can't be jumping up in the air and getting blasted by a safety. And you got to hit him in stride.
Okay. Well,
and I guess we'll see that as we watch more closely over time.
Let's go with this, and we'll let it develop a little bit. I'm not talking about that. That will be displayed, good, bad, different, whatever. I'm talking more about just the physical stature. I think most of us have counted him out as an NFL guy, just physical stature-wise.
I totally
I'm not talking
agree with that.
about production.
Right.
Well, that remains to be seen.
But the thing is, and Jay Hill told us about this when we were down at the golf tournament. I was telling the story about somebody who I didn't think knew a lot about football, but they did, and I actually dialed into a stunning level, and they were trying to help a local kid get seen by the staff. And the staff, to the story that you tell about, some guys making sandwiches in L.A., and Kalani knows exactly who the recruit is because they know everything. after this person who had personal relationships and could backdoor it, they said, yeah, this kid and blah, 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 yada, yada, take a look at him. And the coach came back with, we know who he is. He's a very good player, but he's not 6'3". And I told that to Jay. Jay started smiling like, that's a difficult conversation to have, and I've had it many times. Like, we like you, and we respect you, but we need you to be 6'3". And I will find someone who's got all the qualities you've got, who is 6'3" and has the long arms to play linebacker or safety or whatever position
okay,
you can play.
But Baker Mayfield isn't 6'3".
And
Kyler Murray isn't
that's
6'3".
And that's why
Those are
to
two
your,
Heisman winners.
And that's why to your story earlier this morning, the scouts want to see the ASU Utah game, regardless of whether they can win the conference, either one of them, or go 9-0, or all the stuff fans hope. The scouts know there'll be more NFL players on the field. Not all necessarily for the 2026 draft. Some of them may be for the 27 or 28 draft. So somebody who doesn't check all the boxes, and it's obvious, right? If you're playing tackle for the Utes, it's obvious. They got two first-rounders, right? Yeah. These guys have all the measurements, and they have all the other stuff. Right. Fano is going to interview. Awesome. We know that. We've interviewed him. We play his sound bites here. People driving their cars are like, I bet that guy's an awesome interview. They only hear a 20-second clip, and they know. But they'll want to see someone, okay, this guy is a little undersized, because that's what Jay Hill said. He said, yeah, I want him at 6'3", but I'll take him at 6'2" or 6'1" or 6 feet if they're dynamic in other areas. Maybe they have unbelievable speed. Maybe they have unbelievable instincts. Maybe they have unbelievable, but you got to have that if you're not 6'3".
Well, all I'm saying is I don't want to rule him out just to physical stature. I don't know he's an NFL quarterback. I'm just talking stature.
Yeah.
And other guys, he's small, he's smaller.
It's not impossible, but it's difficult. You got stuff to overcome. But to your point, guys have overcome it.
Right. And it's going to be fun to watch the rest of this season. Not so much tomorrow, but then, in time, in short order, we'll get a number of great opportunities to evaluate his skill set. That remains to be seen. He is a dynamic athlete, that's for sure. But maybe he's not viewed as no way because of his size.
Any bold predictions for college football, either nationally or Big 12?
Do I have any?
Yeah. I think Iowa State's going to do it. I'm going to go bold prediction, write it down. I know they've had problems with Iowa, certainly at home where they've lost 6 in a row, but man, streaks, they're broken at some point. They got a good team. They got a third-year quarterback. They've already been tested this season, going to Ireland and winning a conference game in a way that Iowa hasn't.
I like the way Iowa State played in the second half after things settled down.
Yep.
And away they went. The first half was crazy for both teams. And they weren't in their groove, so to speak. But in the second half, they looked pretty good. And Beck is a third-year starter. That's a fact. He literally is a third-year starter. And that means something when you look at that as far as that goes, that, okay, man, they're on to something here. And he's hitting his college prime. What does that mean for other opponents, which was the number one reason why I picked them to win the Big 12 this year, is because of the very things that I just said. And so I'm expecting them certainly to be good. I think we might get a bounce back from Baylor.
That was the next game I was going to ask you about. SMU is only favored by 2.5. That surprised me. But maybe it is a bounce back from Baylor. Baylor had problems defensively, and they give up a big play on special teams at a really bad point in the game. And maybe they can tighten that up. I mean, Miranda's known as a defensive guy. That's his background, and people generally respect his defenses and question his offense. And the problem was exactly the other way around. So maybe they get that fixed.
And I wonder, and it won't be this week, but I wonder how good is Arch Manning?
San Jose State this week. So, yeah, I think everybody does after that game. It's not so much that you lost the game, but some of the throws along the way are just like, wow, it's got to be better than that.
But I don't rule them out.
The eyeball test was not passed, but maybe it was one game. It was a big moment. Maybe it was just too big for him, and maybe he can settle down and get better.
I think the biggest intrigue in the conference is the Grizzly Bear Bachmeier. if he shows very well against Stanford.
If the game's effortless for him against Stanford, maybe they really got something.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I am going to be glued, go to the Utah game, get home, turn on the television, and I'm going to be glued to see what he does against at least an average college defense. Maybe they're better, but I think at least an average college defense, which for him, if he's a junior or senior, I'm not making that big of a deal of it, but he's not.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first Division I on Division I competition. What's it going to look like? What are we going to be saying Saturday night, Sunday, and then, of course, when we come back in here Monday morning?
DJ and PK, it's 97.5 The Zone. Everything you missed in this show coming up next. Stay with us.
It's game week for the Cougars, and the KSL Sports Zone is getting you ready for kickoff. It's back-to-back home games for the Cougars to start the season as BYU welcomes Stanford to LaVelle Edwards Stadium this Saturday. Listen all week long for the best coverage of Cougar football and your chance to win tickets to the game. Then catch college football Saturday game day at 10 a.m. with the post-game show immediately following the game on KSLSports.com. Your home for the best coverage of BYU football is live on air, online, and on the KSL Sports app. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Soccer Radio Headlines brought to you by Trajan Wealth. Call Trajan Wealth today, your local trusted financial fiduciary, 801-899-7600, or visit their website at TrajanWealth.com. What have you missed in today's show? You missed Kevin Graham talking football, David Locke admitting he follows Stanford more closely if they were better, but man, the ACC, it's not familiar. The team is bad, and there's no long-term with an interim coach who's going to be replaced here in the offseason.
Yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal because of who Stanford is and their recruiting base. You're going to come to Stanford. I don't know how many kids are going to go to Stanford exclusively for the coach. You've got other things in store, but it's not good. Just
the quarterback. I mean, Bachmeier left, coaching changed, and there's going to be another coaching change.
The quarterback is a different
beast. That's what I was getting at. Yeah,
but I mean, it's not good. I'm not insinuating. Wow, they got a lot of stability there. It's no big deal.
Well, the stability they have is their academics. It's a huge drawing card for every sport. Every parent's looking at Stanford thinking, well, that's the golden ticket, getting that degree.
Because it is.
It is the golden ticket. The parents are right, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I remember talking to David Shaw about that. And when the admissions would call him and say, player Bob Jones has been accepted, he would then call the family or meet with them.
Because that was the best part of the job.
Yeah.
They loved getting the good news.
And so many of them would literally break down.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Right. I do think that the elimination of the Pac-12, it's clear that it's impacted the two Bay Areas in Washington State and Oregon State the most.
Right.
And that sucks for them.
Yep.
It sucks for us as a Pac-12 fan base.
Yeah.
But
the 4 teams that got to the Big Ten and the 4 teams that got to the Big 12 are doing okay.
They're all right.
Right.
Yeah.
But the other 4, oof.
I know. That bites.
And how are they going to get out of it? What's the long term? They're trying to figure that out. 2030, we'll see what the next move is.
Right.
We've talked a lot of football this morning. Bear Bachmeier. Now, we played the A-Rod bite where he points out, Hawaii's offense is different, right? They're doing the air raid thing. So it doesn't give him a lot to prepare for as far as what is Stanford going to do to them. And I am curious how well BYU is going to run the ball. They ran it phenomenally against Portland State. Your point is Stanford's got some experienced guys, some veteran guys. They're at least respectable defensively. And Hawaii couldn't run the ball at all. Now, Hawaii's not built to run the ball either. So
not so much.
But they had one run for 30 yards, and they only had 96 yards in the game. They got 30 of it on one carry. So the BYU A-Rod talked up the BYU run game, and it'll be intriguing. If you're looking for something beyond Bear Bachmeier, and he is story 1, 2, and 3.
My point is, if the Grizzly Bear looks good, I don't want to come back in here on Monday and have another
but. Right.
How many times are we going to do that?
12,
So when
13,
when they play
17
Utah,
times.
and he's
Yeah, it was a national semifinal, and they're 16-0, but, I mean, come on.
yeah. So if he looks good, you got to start giving.
I think
kid
that's the
his
thing.
due.
I think you've got to start giving because as you put more stuff on film, a big part of this is adjustments. Coaches say, okay, he can do A, B, and C. We take that away. Now let's see if he can do D, E, and F. So
Ooh, don't even
there will
mention
be
D and F.
There
Don't
will
even
be
put it in his mind.
bad grades for you.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, he hasn't played his first road game yet. He hasn't played his first conference game. So we don't have to but it, but there are bigger hurdles to come.
Well, of course, for
Right.
everyone there are.
Yep.
But there'll be enough hurdles in there.
But that was a
we'll get
scrimmage,
really
and this
good
is a real.
read.
That was a scrimmage, and this is a real college football game.
Yeah, I mean their schedule.
If you rank the games 1 through 12 on their schedule, that was the easiest game by a wide margin.
You don't know that. Maybe he's just that good.
Yes, but he'll get credit for being that good against everybody else because everybody else is so much better in Portland State.
Yeah, but maybe
Whereas
they
here
beat
went,
Texas Tech
Portland State.
70-7.
Ooh.
And the NFL comes calling, and he says, I'm leaving right now. And they change the rules. It could be the Grizzly Bear Bachmeier rule.
All right.
No, I mean, come on. By the time we get to that gauntlet
Colorado?
of Utah, Iowa State, Texas Tech, TCU, wow. We'll know exactly where he and they stand. Of course, that's 10 games into it, so we
Game
should know where
7,
everybody.
game 7 through 10, the meat of the schedule.
That rocks.
It does.
Yeah. Every single game. Every single week. Oh, man, I sound like an advertisement for the Big 12. Yeah. I mean,
Well, not every week. You skipped over the first 3 conference games.
No, okay, but from that point on.
But from that point on, that is
Yeah.
3 of those 4 teams are ranked, and TCU just smoked North Carolina.
I think they have a bye in there, so it's not literally every week. I think don't they have
They-
a bye
they do.
after Iowa State?
They do. They'll play 2 of the games, have a bye, play 2 more. So even though it looks like back-to-back road games on the schedule there, they got a bye week to take some of the heat and some of the exhaustion out
But
of
that's
that.
really cool. I'm number one thing is I hope I haven't died before then
Okay.
because I want to see those. I really do, and then we all do. That's going to be a lot of fun when we get to that point. But let me enjoy the last few days of summer, would you please?
Enjoy away.
Stop hurrying it along. I hate when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
I figured you didn't.
BYU opened as an 18.5-point favorite, now a 20.5-point favorite over Stanford. Somebody out there with money loves BYU.
That's why I would never bet.
Because then it's a 24-point game, and is there a late TD or whatever?
If I bet right now, I say they don't cover.
20's too much, huh?
But that's irrelevant. Who really cares?
Yeah.
As long as you're not betting, who cares? Or maybe they're up 17 and they score a late thing or something.
It can cut both ways.
Yeah.
Texas A&M is now, they were 31.5-point favorite earlier this morning. They opened like 29, I think. And now they're a 32.5-point favorite over Utah State. That's 10:45 on the SEC Network. 9:45 with our own Scotty G right here on 1280 The Zone.
I'd be disappointed if they got smoked. And I know they're not supposed to win. I understand all that.
But if it's 30 points and they're not competitive?
Yeah, you know how you turn on some games, like, gosh, they're winning the Rose Bowl. You can see right off the bat. 10 minutes into the game, if that long, we knew where this was going. When one team stinks, and the other team's good.
Utah gets a couple of stops and scores on their first 3 possessions, and it's 20-0, and you know who's going to win the game.
Yeah, and it
It's
looks
over.
so easy. And so
Because
I want to see.
it was.
It was,
Yeah.
exactly. I want to see Utah State put up a better fight than that.
Well, I think everybody's with you.
Can they? That remains to be seen, but I want to see it. I want to see if they can. Hopefully they can.
I think there's hope, especially given the fact that UTSA put up a fight. That was a 42-24 game in Texas A&M's opener. That didn't get out of hand, 40, 50-point game.
Right, and doesn't it seem like Texas A&M, if you're going to go one team that is perpetually overhyped?
Texas A&M gets a ton of hype, maybe even wins a big game, but it seems like they're going to end up 8-4, 4-4. They've done it so many times.
So maybe the Aggies can give them a little bit of a scare. Just give them a game. That's what I want to see.
San Antonio lost, Texas San Antonio, UTSA lost 42-24, but it was 21-17 early in the third quarter.
Yeah, okay, that's good enough.
A&M got a couple of third quarter TDs, opened it up.
That's what I'm talking about.
35-17 going to the fourth, and you know it's over.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. I'll be into that. That's a building block in the coach's second game.
Utah at 4 o'clock against Cal Poly. I haven't seen a recent line, but there was one early on that had like a 42-point spread. How many points does Kyle Whittingham want to win by? At what point does he want to get the backups in there and see what he has and get him a little game experience?
I'd go early, like BYU did.
Halftime, call it good.
I thought that was the right move.
Put Wilson out there and let's see how he's improved now, second year in the program.
Well, I'd get as many kids in there as you possibly could. I don't know that I would just stick with him the entire second half. I would, try to see what they can do with a bunch of kids. If you're dressed, you should play.
I just came across this. Lloyd Cole found it and sent it out. I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. I don't know who Josh Pate is. Josh Pate College Football. He's doing
I've heard the name.
Looks like he's doing a podcast. Maybe not. Maybe he's on Josh Pate's College Football Show. Maybe it's on. Is he on that CBS thing that you watch?
He's on CBS. He's on.
They have a streaming
On3.
service that is on a monitor right by your desk, Jake.
Yeah, no, Josh Pate has got a huge following.
Okay, so he's talking. Are you ready for this quote? You're going to love this.
Go ahead.
You're just going to start screaming, "I'm right! I told you!" Josh Pate posted this 3 hours ago. Lloyd Cole just retweeted it a minute ago. Josh, as future college football commissioner, I have to expose corruption, ... Utah's AP ranking is a crime against the sport.
Because it's slow?
25 is too low, yeah.
I agree.
He's got them, his top 25, he's got them at number 8.
Wow.
He does. That's right behind Florida State and right in front of Notre Dame.
Utah has never received as much love as they're receiving this week.
He's got the Devils at 16 and Michigan at 19, just to give you a little comparison. He doesn't do his top 25 in order. He fills it in kind of checkerboard. You ever play that game Concentration where you turn over 2 cards and try to match them? It kind of, his top 25 looks like that. Doesn't have them all filled in.
That's too confusing for me because I'm used to.
He's got the U logo and a big number 8 next to it, so that part I can figure out.
I like them 1 through 25.
Right.
I can just go down and read them.
He's got him in a 5x5 box.
I think the expectations are as high as they've ever been for the U of U football program.
Playoffs?
Yeah, and now you have
multiple paths, potentially.
An automatic path.
You've got the
You
automatic.
don't need no votes.
And if you go 11-1, you'll probably get in anyway. Even if you lost the conference title game to another 11-1 team,
Understood.
TCU or whoever. That's what happened to SMU last year, and it worked out fine for them. They were in.
The Utes receive as much love as anybody in the country relative to their accomplishments on the field. I think it's equal because I think they receive an enormous amount of love. I don't think they're under-respected at all. That storyline, I want to kick in the shins anybody who says it.
If they get under-respected now, it's by casual fans who dial into college football late in the year after paying a lot of attention
But nobody
to the NFL.
cares about them.
Yeah.
And there aren't casual college football fans. I've told you that 1,000 times.
And you're wrong, but that's
college
okay.
football, either you're in or you're out. You're always trying to grab the casual because you're thinking of ratings. Casual only applies to you. Guys like me and Yak, there's no such thing as casual. If you're casual, get out of our lives. Exactly. Right. His daughter isn't into it. He rarely talks to her during the college football season.
False, but that's okay.
You've iced her, huh, Yak?
No, she actually.
Go to your room. Come back after the college
How
football
old is she
playoff
now?
is done.
She's 9.
Right.
She sat down and watched the game
she's
last
9.
night.
She's getting to the point she's not going to talk to you. It's going to work the other way. She's going to ice you.
Well, that
Dad, go
very
watch your football. I'll talk to you in
That very
February.
well may happen,
I got
but
things to do, Dad.
She watched last night for one reason and one reason only. Hey, that's the team that has the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
What other reason was there?
Well, she's 9, so I figure maybe Taylor Swift.
She and my wife watched.
Lassiter's sister, is she on there again?
I would assume, I don't know about that, but my wife and her watched the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, like the reality show about making the team, so that's why she wanted to watch.
Oh, yeah, I've recorded that, so don't tell me what happens.
I couldn't
DJ
tell you.
PK, when we come back, your feedback next. Stay with us.
And it's all over almost here.
Don't go nowhere.
DJ PK, it's time for your feedback. Everything you have to say about today's show. Ron McBride going into Utah football's Ring of Honor Saturday. What is his legacy? And Matt says, I'll always remember living it up in the north end zone in the Max Kids Club.
Nice.
They used to have a little asphalt hill behind the end zone in the north end, and kids used to sit there, watch the game.
Cool.
Coach Mack is the godfather of Utah football, and he built the foundation for what it is today, Christopher writes. The honor's long overdue, 34-31. Go Utes!
The honor is not long overdue. It's only a year. That doesn't make any sense. The Ring of Honor is long overdue,
You can rank those however you'd like.
but those were planned. If you're a year late, that's not long overdue. He's the second guy to go in.
Guy 2.5, tied with Jefferson.
No, they're putting in Coach McBride first.
Just seconds earlier. Roy, hold on. Let this guy walk in here first.
Right.
John, the kids he recruited made Urban Meyer's career explode. I love Ronnie Mack.
Yeah, I think Urban Meyer might have gotten there either way, but Urban Meyer was a shrewd dude and is a shrewd dude, and he looked at rosters and said, I want that job.
That roster, the cupboard's full. Let's go win right away.
Yeah.
Let's not spend a couple of years building it up. Please.
Right. And he did. And that's part of the reason why he's going into the Ring of Honor. This is an acknowledgement of all that. Everything that Ron McBride did at the U of U, this is now going into perpetuity. When you walk in that stadium, you will see his name up there forever. That's way cool. All those things go into it. This is a prestigious honor.
CPA Cougar says, great coach and likable guy. He was able to bring respect and dignity to the rivalry, a precedent which unfortunately has not been held up by his successors.
That's not true.
They don't like that Kyle won't say BYU. And they don't like the team down south from Urban.
Okay, but what do they have now? I think they're very cordial.
The coaches are cordial now, but Kyle won't say BYU. And that bugs Cougar fans.
You
But
sure
you're
he
right.
won't?
The coaches.
Did you ever ask him?
Coaches are cordial. He's avoided it in many answers.
Have you ever asked him?
Yes,
that was the question.
I believe I have, and I believe you laughed at me.
You asked him, why won't you say BYU? Now, you just told me yes. Now you said no. Maroon, I can't keep track.
That particular question, no. But there have been plenty of questions where he could say it, and he goes out of his way not to say it.
He does, but isn't that the essence of a
Oh,
rivalry?
he does. Oh, okay. Cougar fans don't like it.
Right. But if he
Rejecting
said
his alma
BYU, they'd absolutely love him and invite him over to Thanksgiving dinner. They would just pick on something else.
That might well be true.
He said Provo the other day.
Ute in Arizona, Utes be crazy, says Dampier might be shorter by NFL standards, but he's just as talented and his build is thicker than Murray. If he stays healthy,
Ooh.
he'll be drafted.
Whoa. He's just as talented, and if he stays healthy, he'll be drafted. Murray was drafted number 1. So if he's just a talent, he should go in the first round.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to upgrade now from making the NFL to being drafted number 1?
Well, shouldn't that be a given? Who said that?
Utes be crazy.
Well, you'd be crazy. Isn't that's obvious?
You got him some slack. He's in Arizona. I mean, the Heat may have gotten to him.
No, he sees Kyler Murray up close. They broadcast all their games.
My sports junkie Twitter. Utes, Angels, Rams, Lakers, weekend, beach bum, broken human. Hashtag respect, hashtag humanity.
For Ron McBride?
No, this is for Utes in Arizona. Utes be crazy. That's his profile. That's
Oh,
who this
well,
guy
man,
is.
that is so much.
Yeah, there it is.
What are you worried about humanity for? Who cares about that? He's just as talented as Kyler Murray.
Hey now.
Then he's coming out this year.
Coming out after 3 years so he can be drafted number 1.
Right,
And he's also going to be drafted by Major League Baseball. And
Well, they got that new stadium on campus now. Maybe he plays for him.
may as well, yeah.
That's that to say he's just as talented. I'm not going to go there yet. I'm not even close. My point is the stature is the frame is similar. And if Murray made it, if Dampier has the talent, why can't he make it?
Got to have a lot of talent.
Obviously. And you want to talk about succeeding in interviews, he'll knock it out of the park.
Yeah, clearly. Chewbacca, honoring McBride is long overdue. Semantics, PK. Even at 84, they should have put him in with Alex last year. Like, we'll wait till he's 85. No big deal.
That was the plan. He didn't donate as much money. They wanted Alex to have the spotlight by himself. Is that so hard to understand? Because they waited so long to have the Ring of Honor, every single player, coach that they do it is going to be long overdue.
As soon as they did the new stadium, then it was like, maybe you should. I mean, we could all see it. We could all look up there and.
Yeah.
There's room.
I agree with you. This should be the 15th year of Ring of Honor inductees. I've got no problem saying that, but they've done it. He's going to be out there. I assume his family's going to be out there. A boatload of players are probably going to show up because the guy is universally loved.
DJ PK, we're all done. Jake and Ben are next right here on The Zone.